sideways and I missed the early train. I was running through the station with my jacket caught in pain. The last bus of the evening was about to pull away, and I jumped on with seconds left and nowhere else to stay. The driver gave me half a smile and waved me toward the back. The bus was nearly empty and I dropped into the slack. And there you were, 3 rows ahead, reading by the light. Your hair was wet from running too. We'd both just made the night. You looked up when I sat down. Our eyes met for a beat. You smiled like we'd been friends from some forgotten city street. And the windshield wipers kept the time of every passing block. And I felt the universe begin to wind a brand new clock. The last bus home, that's how I found my forever in the rain. The last bus home, that's where I learned that nothing was the same. If I'd caught the early train, I would have missed your eyes that day. The last bus home, and the rest is what we say. The rest is what we say. You said, did you almost miss it too? And I just nodded yes. You laughed and said, same here. Guess we both made a mess. We talked about our awful days and where we'd both been late. And by the time my stop arrived, I'd forgotten how to wait. You said, wanna grab some coffee at the diner on the corner? I said, it's almost midnight. You said, coffee, never's foreigner. So we got off at the next stop, ran across the rainy street, and ordered scrambled eggs and waffles in a corner booth complete. We talked until the sun came up, and neither of us had slept. You told me stories of your grandma and the secrets she had kept. I told you things I'd never told another single soul. And by the time the morning came, I knew we'd reached our hole. The last bus home, that's how I found my forever in the rain. The last bus home, that's where I learned that nothing was the same. If I caught the early train, I would have missed your eyes that day. The last bus home, and the rest is what we say. The rest is what we say. Sometimes the worst luck is the best luck in disguise. Sometimes a misconnection is the moment that you're wise. If everything had gone according to my carefully planned routine, I would have never sat behind the love that's now my queen. So I'm grateful for the rain that day, the sideways and the cold. Grateful for the early train that left without me on the road. Grateful for the seconds late, the running through the gate. Grateful that the universe is sometimes smarter than my fate. We tell our friends a story now, and they all roll their eyes. The famous bus, the famous rain, the love at sunrise. But we just smile because we know the truth of how it goes, that the best things in your life are sometimes detours nobody chose. And And every time I miss a train, I think of how you laughed, the wet hair and the half smile in the window from the past. And someday I'll tell our grandkids when they ask us how we met. Your grandma missed her early train, and that was the best regret. The last bus home, the place I learned that detours are divine. The last bus home, the seat that put your hand in mine. If I'd been on time that evening, I would not be where I lay. The last bus home, and you, my love, my way. You, my love, my way. You, my love, my way. The last bus home, the last bus home, the last bus home. The rain, the running in the seat where everything's sown. The last bus home, my love, the last bus home. The night I missed the early train was the night